My name's Sarah Jeffrey and I live in Blackheath in the Blue Mountains. We bought our first house up here 8 years ago, and we moved up from Sydney in order to have a healthier lifestyle and to have a bit more of a tree change. We thought it was a great place to bring up our kids. Finn's health, he started to develop symptoms of asthma. I think he'd been wheezing for probably quite some time before I realised what was going on. Ended up taking him to hospital and they told me that he had asthma, and it surprised me. It was always a winter thing. When Finn started kindergarten, some parents started to talk about the unflued gas heaters. So it started to concern me that was exacerbating his condition. Winter was always a really difficult time for us. Many sleepless nights checking to see how his breathing was going. Many late night trips to the hospital to check him out. Sometimes we'd end up there for days. I think the cold has an impact on his health here, but I also really feel that the heaters being closed in the classroom with lots of little kids, I know it makes them sleepy, and I know that the fumes are dangerous for them, and I know that the rooms can't be cross-ventilated, and there's no point cross-ventilating in a really cold climate anyway, because it doesn't get much higher than 8 degrees during the day, so it's really very cold. I became really concerned that I was sending my son off every day into an environment that I thought was potentially hazardous, or was hazardous to him, because I knew that at night we would have to get up in the night to give him Ventolin. He participated in the Woolcock Institute, and I felt that at least then something was getting done, but I felt really quite upset and distressed at the process that we had to go through in order to get that to happen. I also was really concerned that the government didn't release the findings of the Woolcock Institute report for such a long time. This started when Finn was in kindergarten. He's now about to go into year 6. And we had to wait and wait for action. At Blackheath Public, it really picked up momentum in the last year when the Woolcock Institute released its findings, and the Minister for Education finally acknowledged that there was some risks to students' health. The principal, with the PNC's support, decided to replace the heating so that our students didn't have to go through another winter. And for me, that was a really great result for Finn and for the health of all the kids at the school. Asthma is really high in the mountains, and I know that it's particularly affects some of Finn's friends as well, and they are all taking medication to try and manage their asthma. I think it's a no-brainer. I think they need to change over as quickly to fluid heating as possible. They really should not be using those in classrooms, and they're endangering kids' health. And I actually feel that the government knew this all along. And overseas studies have shown that's been the case, and that's why the unflued gas heaters have been taken out of places in Europe and New Zealand and in other states until actually all the unflued gas heaters are taken out of schools. The battle isn't over. Even though the Minister made an announcement, we know that those heaters will still be running next winter, and probably for many winters to come.